Essendon came into the AFL draft with perhaps the most question marks on their likely draft haul, with a number of father-sons and next-generation academy member that could get drafted to their club. In the end, they all landed there, with the Davey brothers and Anthony Mankara making it onto the list. Michael, what did you think of those three, I guess, towards the back end of the draft?
Great result for the Bombers. I think obviously Bombers fans were highly interested in someone like Anthony Mankara and whether that bid would come within the first 40 picks. Obviously it didn't, and he slid all the way out of the national draft and ends up a Category B rookie. So that's fantastic. Got to use their last pick of the national draft on Jaden Davey, who I guess has been sort of touted as being almost as good or just as good as his twin brother Alwyn, who slid out into the third round at pick 45. So yeah, great result between those three players, and even bringing in Rhett Montgomery, a new face again through the rookie draft. They'd be pretty pleased with that.
Yep. And looking earlier in the draft, they picked up obviously Elijah Sardis at pick 5. That was the big pivot point we mentioned leading up to the draft, whether they're going to go with him or Philippou, and they ended up going with Sardis. Immediate round one sort of inclusion for their midfield.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so, because he's a gun and I love watching him play. Super quick, he adds a point of difference to their ball winning engine room, I guess. So his speed, his height, he's not necessarily the sort of bullocking inside type that they may have wanted, but he's going to allow their ball movement out of the middle to be a bit more fluent. I think that's really something special he can offer, and the fact that he can play out on a wing as well is pretty handy.
Yeah, and with Aaron Francis going up to Sydney, they picked up Lewis Hayes, a key defender, obviously one who, quite good aerially and was able to rebound a fair bit for Eastern Rangers and Metro, and sort of capped off in the national draft at least, 4 Metro players.
Yeah, that's pretty handy. I mean, the go-home factor isn't often, a massive deal for big Victorian clubs, given, almost over half of the talent pool comes from Victoria. So they pick up a few Metro products, and Hayes is another one there, as you mentioned, who, as a key defender, I mean, he can do a lot. He's really efficient with ball in hand, loves to kick, but also aerially is, of course, pretty sound at 199 centimetres. Or thereabouts. He can shut down, he can get in for spoils and mark. So yeah, he's got a few really desirable traits as a tall